On Facebook, over on YouTube, and over on Instagram. So good afternoon to you, Sarah. Good morning, actually, Sarah.
Hey, it's still the morning. Does it feel like it's been a long day already? Good to see you.
It does feel like it's been a long day, and already I'm having issues now with the connection on my Bluetooth headphones. So that's perfect, right? Not good.
Oh dear. Okay, we've got David joining us as well. David 4PPC joining us. So thank you for being here with us today. Hey, we're good, thank you. And if you're joining on Instagram, come and say hi. If you're joining us on Facebook or on YouTube, come and say hello as well. So we are going to be talking today about asking you to think about who is in your circle. And we've got Small Biz Sites joining on Insta as well. Lovely to see you. Who is in your circle? Because that's something that prior to starting the coaching journey and the journey of personal development, that's something that I didn't really think about. And it's something that over the more recent years, since I've started my coaching and started the coaching business, I've been much more conscious of who's in your circle. Hey, Emma joining on Insta as well. Great to have you with us. Because Jim Rohn, who was one of my very first mentors, because my dad used to play the Jim Rohn tapes. He was one of the original personal development gurus in the States. And it came to the States much before it came to the UK. And my dad used to play these tapes in the car. So when I was kind of 13, 14, I used to be listening to Jim Rohn. And one of Jim Rohn's phrases or sayings was that your life is greatly influenced by the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So you are a result of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And that has been repeated by various people in, the coaching and personal development world. But it's a very, very powerful statement because we are so heavily influenced by our environment and by the people around us, even to the degree that the amount that we earn tends to come in a very sort of narrow range in reference to the people that we spend the most time with. So it's a very, very powerful thing. So the habits that the people around us have, the attitudes that the people around us have, really, really have an impact on us, our mindset, our language, our behavior. So it's a really, really important thing to stop and reflect on.
I really love that. And it's really important as well for us to have an idea of who we surround ourselves with. My dad always used to say, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, very interesting. But he always said that sometimes our groups of people that we surround ourselves with shows us a reflection of who we are and what we stand for. And I started to understand what he meant by that as I got older. I never really understood when I was younger, right? We're always really naive when we're young and we don't want to listen to our parents when we're young. So I always never used to understand him. But actually what I realized over time is that we do tend to gravitate to people that share similar values, similar ethoses to us, to ourselves. And it's a really, really good indication to show you your heart, to show you who you are and what you stand by and what you live by. So I really do love that quote. So who is in your circle? It's really important for us to identify, first of all, who we're surrounding ourselves with and also how they make us feel. That's really important, right, Sarah?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because we're all impacted by the energy that other people have on us. And for some of that, the energy of other people will support us and uplift us. And for other people, the energy will drain us. Unfortunately, that's the case. So people who are in a very negative mindset, give a very negative vibe, can really drain our energy. That's not to say that we all have to go around being positive and happy all the time. That's not reality, and that's not healthy. We all, all feel lots and lots of different emotions every single moment of every single day. It's not about that. But we can look at and we can notice the influence and the impact that the people around us have on us. Absolutely.
And sometimes we may find ourselves in a tricky situation where we have to let people go.
Right.
And I always say that it's not necessarily forever. It might just be for now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And letting people go actually can be probably one of the most empowering things that you do for yourself. But also, people don't realize that actually it could be one of the most empowering things you do for another person as well. So it's really, really important to monitor your energy, monitor how the people that you're surrounding yourselves with are making you feel, the impact that they're having on your life, on your surroundings, and what you want to, I guess, live by, how you want to live your life. So whether you want to be stress-free and drama-free, and you've probably got somebody in your triangle, in your circle, that's causing you a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, it may be that you just reflect on that and have the power to say, actually, for right now, I need to focus on me, and what I need and what I want. And at another time when you feel stronger and have more capacity to take that on, going back to that relationship and re-examining it. So it's difficult, right?
It's a really challenging one. I'm just going to say hi to Lauren on Insta as well. Thanks for being here. It's a really difficult one because relationships are so important. And this isn't to say that we should let go of all of our relationships that we've had in our lives. Not at all. I've just come back off holiday with my best friend, who's been my best friend since I was 11. So in that sense, that relationship hasn't changed. And please God, that will never change. However, over the course of time, there have been relationships that I've formed, friendships that I've formed, or people that I've hung out with, where actually with reflection, I've looked at those relationships and thought, actually, this isn't right for me. This isn't serving me. And this came up particularly for me when I made that transition from being a teacher. I'd been a teacher for 18 years into becoming a coach and starting my coaching business. There were some people who didn't support me in that journey. Now, there are lots of reasons for that. For some people, it feels threatening when they see people change. For people close to us, sometimes they don't want us to change because they're scared that they're going to lose us. They love us how we are and they don't want to see us changing. And that can be a threatening time for the people close to us. So it's not about letting go necessarily of those relationships. But I'm sure that we can all think of people equally who can be a bit of a mood hoover, who bring us down, who maybe criticize us.
I love that term, mood hoover.
Mood hoover. Yeah, it's true though, right? There are those people in our lives that we think, actually, maybe I'm going to step away a little bit from this relationship so that I can focus on the people who are lifting me up, who are supporting me, and who have got similar goals and similar aspirations.
And I think Sarah and I both probably experienced this when we were transitioning out of our career in teaching into coaching, and I guess also transitioning into motherhood as well. You notice a lot of changes when you're transitioning into motherhood, and life is no longer the same. We no longer have the same time and space and energy that we had. It's a different type of time and space and energy, right? So I think it's really, really important for us to be okay with the fact that people do change. And as Sarah is completely blessed to have a friendship that's grown with her, and same here, there are some friendships that will fizzle out over time because we just change based on our environment, based on our circumstance, based on our experiences, based on whatever part of the journey that we are at that moment in time. So what I do love the most, though, about this session of Who is in Your Circle is also talking about the growth and development of relationships that we do build and create over time. Hey, Morris, and hey, Corporate Mama Coach, thanks for joining us. So Sarah and I, we're not childhood friends.
No, we're not.
Right? We're not childhood friends. But as we transitioned out of our career in teaching and into coaching, we met each other along our journeys. And it was our love for impact, our love for change, our love for training, our love for coaching. We realized as we got to know each other that we shared similar values, to the point where now we're in partnership together, right? And this is a friendship that's grown into a partnership. And this is one of the benefits of assessing your circle, and one of also the benefits of having an open heart, right? And allowing new relationships to form, relationships to form and develop.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking at those relationships, looking at the people around you and thinking about, is there an alignment in terms of your values, and are you surrounding yourself with people who also want to grow and want to develop? And one of our mentors, Shah Wasmond, one of her kind of phrases or teachings, which I really love, is she says that if you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. And I really love that, because it really reminds me to get myself out of my kind of current environment and situation, and get myself into an environment where I'm with other people who are growing and learning, and maybe, more skilled, more experienced, more knowledgeable than I am. And I don't have to be the smartest person in the room. It's great when I'm in that environment of being around different people who've got different skills and expertise, and being in that environment where I'm pushed to step up and to learn and to be better. And that has definitely been the case. When Rebecca talks about when we met because we were attending an event run by our coach, and we were in an environment that we wouldn't usually have been in, right, Rebecca? We made an effort, both of us, to get ourselves into different environments, even if that meant kind of traveling to be around people who are outside maybe of our ordinary circle. So we're putting ourselves into a place of stretch and growth, and surrounding ourselves with other people who wanted to be in that place of learning and growth as well. And so, yeah, we benefited hugely from that wider circle, didn't we? And of course, really benefited from the relationship that we formed with each other as well.
And I can actually add here that it is scary. So it is scary to put yourselves out there. It is, or can be, actually, let me not say it is, but it can be for some people quite scary to go into a new environment that you've lost me.
No, you're back. Yeah.
It can be scary to go into a new environment that you're not familiar with, to meet new people, to talk about your new career, if you're in a new career, or your new business, or your new development stage that you're at. But once you break through that fear, you will realize that you are not the only one, and that there are a community of people that have gone through similar anxieties and similar processes of growth as well. And that's one thing that I loved about the events that Sarah and I attended very early on into our friendship and into our business journey, is that we met so many people, including each other, that helped to cheerlead us on, but also that helped to motivate us. So with that said, right, we found our brave, right, Sarah? We definitely did find our brave. And this is what we would love to bring to you guys in November at the end of the year. So what's going on? We've got Mita joining us. Hey, Mita, one of our lovely Catalyst members. And we've also got Sarah at Blossom Tree Social. So thank you for joining. And if you're over on Facebook or YouTube, join us as well and let us know who you are and where you're watching from. So what have we got coming up in November, Sarah? Really excited about this.
We're very excited about this. Now, this seems like a little way in the future, but look how quickly the year's gone already. Like, we're already over halfway through the year. So, are we halfway through the year? No, that's not even factually correct. We're nearly halfway through.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Right, okay. So, the year is flying, isn't it? So we take yourself forward to November. We've got an amazing event planned, which is called Find Your Brave Live. And Find Your Brave Live is all about, as it says on the tin, right, finding your brave, finding what's going to help you step into your stretch zone so that you can take the next steps forward as you go into the new year. So we're going to be teaching on that event what we have done and what we do with our clients to help us grow our confidence so that we can step into a new situation, whether that's virtually or that's in person, and we can show up and we can present, or we can do a presentation or do a talk or have a new conversation or do whatever that thing is that's outside of our current comfort zone, because it's when we step outside of that current comfort zone then we start to learn and then we start to grow. But for all of us, and for Rebecca and I included, we have had to work on our confidence in order to do that, and we still do. We're still challenging ourselves to get into our stretch zone, but we've got some brilliant tools and techniques that we are really excited to share with you in person. So that's the teaching part. But what else, Rebecca, do you get by coming to our event?
Oh my God, not only do you get the teaching element, you get a fabulous community of people that are in similar, and this is also really important, they may be in similar positions to you, but they also may be ahead of you or a little bit behind you in their journey as well. In addition to that, you get to hang out with us in a really, really lovely hotel in London, which also provides all the refreshments. So not only do you get your teas and your juices, but you get your lunch and your snacks throughout the day, because we do like to feed our people and make sure that you are really, really content with that. In addition to that, and in addition to a beautiful venue, in addition to a wonderful community, in addition to the food and everything, not only can you hang out with us during the day, but we also will be available in the evening as well for drinks, mocktails, cocktails, whatever you choose to have in the bar at the top of the hotel as well. So we have our early bird that's got 6 days left. 6 days left to save yourself £50, and it's 247 for all of that included. You don't have to pay for a penny more than what we've given you. After the 6 days, the price and the investment will go to 297. So we really hope that you can check your diaries, see if you're available, and get this date saved before life becomes really, really hectic, as it normally does towards the end of the year. So we can't wait to have you there. And if you've got any questions, feel free to message us, DM us, and we'll be more than happy to support with that.
Brilliant. Okay, so look forward to hearing from you. Any comments, any questions? So encouraging you today to look at who's in your circle, who are the people that surround yourself with, and what you're doing to get yourself out and meet new people and to invest in your growth and your learning. And it's maybe a cliche, but I'm going to say it anyway. Your network is your net worth. The power of our network is incredible. So have a look and see what you're doing with your network. If you've got any questions about Find Your Brave Life, let us know. We'd be really happy to answer them. Okay, happy Wednesday, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us and for sticking with us as well. All of you guys who've been here for the duration of the live, and wishing you a great day.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.